Okay, so we're in Luke 18 today, and I want to read to you about certain blind men. Verse 35, Then it happened that as he was coming near Jericho, that a certain blind man sat by the road begging. He was a beggar, he was blind. And hearing a multitude passing by, he asked what it meant. So they told him that Jesus of Nazareth was passing by. So he didn't even know what was going on. He had no idea. He just heard lots of people going by and asked, what's happening? So and he cried out, saying, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. That's what he cried out. He called Jesus, Son of David, and said, have mercy on me. Then those that went before warned him that he should be quiet. But he cried out all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. So Jesus stood still and commanded him to be brought to him. And when he had come near, he asked him, saying, what do you want me to do for you? He said, Lord, that I may receive my sight. Jesus asked him, what do you want me to do for you? Jesus knew he was blind. And he said, Lord, that I may receive my sight. Then Jesus said to him, receive your sight. Your faith has made you well. Notice what Jesus said. Your faith has made you well. And immediately he received his sight. Immediately. There was no hesitation. It wasn't a day later, 3 days later, 5 months later. Immediately he received his sight and followed him, glorifying God. And all the people, when they saw it, gave praise to God. So now let's talk about this a little bit. You're the blind man. You're not Jesus. You're not in the crowd. You're the blind man. You can't see. You don't know what's going on. You see people going to church. You see people gathering, praising God, speaking from the scriptures. You don't know what's going on. But you know that you need something. You know that something is missing. You don't understand. What is this all about? You're blind. Even if you think you know what it's all about, you may realize somewhere deep inside that you don't. And you're the blind man. And he says, have mercy on me. So he recognizes that he needs mercy. He needs mercy, especially after they told him to be quiet. How many people tell you to be quiet? I'm talking about spiritual matters. Be quiet. Don't talk about that. Don't think about that. Life's not about that. Life's about concrete physical things, right? Only about what you can see. Now, spiritual matters are about concrete physical things too. So don't be deceived about that. Spiritual matters are not about just internal thoughts or internal feelings. Those are important, but it's about the physical concrete as well. But they will tell you, be quiet, don't think about those things. There's no God, there are no angels, Jesus is not real. They'll tell you all these things to quiet you, to get you to stop it. Stop seeking God. No, don't do that. Don't stop seeking God. You just cry out all the more, as this man did. He cried out louder. Jesus, Son of David. Son of David, have mercy on me. Son of David, have mercy. Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. And what did Jesus do? Jesus stopped everyone by stopping because they were following him. And he stopped. And he commanded that the man be brought to him. And when he came near, he asked him, Jesus asks you, what do you want me to do for you? You've got to recognize your need for mercy. But you've got to recognize your need for mercy in what way? What do you need? What do you know you need? Everyone else knows you need it too, because they know you're blind. Everyone sees you're blind. You know you're blind because you're begging every day, spiritually. Spiritually, you're begging. You don't have what you need. And Jesus says, what do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do for you? Jesus said. And Jesus says it to you. What do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do for you? Jesus says to you. And what do you say? Lord, that I may receive my sight? Is that what you say? Or you say, Lord, that I may receive my Mercedes? Lord, that I may receive my fill in the blank. What is it that you need most? This man needed most his sight back. And it wasn't a spiritual blindness. In this case, it was a physical blindness. So physical is important, and it is connected to spiritual. And he asked for his sight back, and what happened as a result of him getting his sight back, which was a physical blindness, physical sight, and he got it back, and what did he start doing immediately that was spiritual? What was it? Jesus said, receive your sight, your faith has made you well. And immediately he received his sight and followed him, glorifying God. He started following Jesus. And he started glorifying God. And as a result, all the people, when they saw it, gave praise to God. So there are three things that happened as a result of him having his physical blindness restored for physical sight. He followed Jesus, began glorifying God, and when all the people saw it, they gave praise to God. And that's what can happen when you come to Jesus and you tell him what he can do for you. When you know and believe that you need something, physical even, and you come to Jesus and tell him what he can do for you. And because of your faith, you receive it, he says. He said it. He says, your faith has made you well. Jesus commanded him to receive his sight. He said, receive your sight. Receive. He's commanding the man to receive his sight, because the man is not receiving his sight, and he's commanding him to receive his sight. And then he says, because you believed that you could receive your sight and that I could give that to you, your faith has made you well. Something to learn from this. May the Lord bless you as you seek him with all your heart.